Yeah.
You guys are at Diggins Burnmeyer's place. You guys have sent off James with the slaves and grandchildren to contact the main policewoman in Skrail. You guys the You guys are mostly alone in the mansion, although the sorcerer butler is about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you'd like to do before he goes?
Did I have permission to burn this place down? I forget.
What was that?
Did we agree I can burn this place down? I forget.
Uh, I don't recall.
Hmm.
Uh, is there anyone still inside?
Right now, there is the butler who is just grabbing some books off the shelves to steal.
I'm gonna go grab some books.
All
Did I
right.
already do that?
You were looking at books with him, and you had grabbed some spell books. Is there
Okay.
anything else in particular that you'd like to grab? There are also some spiritual history books, regular history books of the Dragon Empire. There are some very inaccurate anthology books of like elven culture.
Oh god, there's like elven minstrel shows.
Hmm?
Uh, uh, yeah, I'll grab some of those.
Okay.
I still get the bag of holding.
Yep. Silvox had stolen some jewel cufflinks earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything he'd still like to grab?
Hmm. It's like, well, senses of decency aren't around here. I'll look through some of the elven books if there are any.
All right, you look through the elven books, and they are horribly racist. They refer to elves being completely inferior and their magic being something of child's play.
I close the book. I put it back on. It's like, I make sure Drogrin's done with the shelf. Is Drogrin the butler done with the shelf?
The butler is now stepping out, and he's telling you guys goodbye. I hope to never see you again.
What type of dragon is he again?
He is a dark gray dragonborn.
Sir, can I ask you one question? What kind of breath do you have?
Fire.
You mind helping me for a second?
With what?
Just burn these. And I just throw all the elf books together.
All right, he grabs them and throws them into a fireplace
Thank you.
and sets fire.
You have no sense of theatricality, do you?
I'd like to keep things clean here. I don't want things to be able to track back to me. I've already went ahead and burned my financial documents here.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
For the paper trail.
Yep.
Fine, fine. Good luck to you.
Good luck to the both of you. Have a fun time explaining to the police why Diggins is injured.
Oh, he's not injured. He just fell down some stairs.
You said he was bleeding out in the cave.
He's not bleeding out. I'm not that strong.
Well, that's what you said to me when you first spoke to me.
Exaggeration, heat of the moment. I'm
He
sure
has a
he's...
habit of misspeaking.
All right. Well, good luck to the both of you. And he steps out of the mansion. All right. Is there anything the two of you would like to do? It's going to take about 2 hours for the Dragonkin woman to show up.
Okay, can I roll an investigate and see if there's like anything else around here?
Yes, you can. You notice lots of shiny things.
Hmm.
You know things are expensive.
I'll do the same.
All right.
Nope.
You notice the same. Like things are shiny and expensive.
You know... I look over Drogrin. You could use a wardrobe upgrade.
Let's go to Dickens' closet.
All right. You go upstairs into his closet, and just as a reminder, Dickens is a larger dragon kid man. So a lot of his clothes seem to be bigger and heavier, but his wife's clothes that happen to be there seem to be more your size, Drogrin.
I still have a
Okay.
hemming kit from my circus days.
I was about to say, so Lux, could you have some of these?
Okay, just roll it. I believe that's what was in here? Oh no, yep. Just a second, I gotta roll for it.
Right, in the closet there are many like nice suits of varying colors. Like he has almost the entire rainbow of suits, and plenty of suit coats with like fine coattails with gold trimming.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, that was the wrong button. Don't worry about
Okay,
it. I had to add something
gotcha.
because it won't let me actually put a name in here. Yeah, okay.
You see plenty of like night shirts that he wears. There's elegant socks
Okay,
with argyle patterns.
there. I hemmed it.
All right, which one Drogrin do you want?
uh,
Do you want a suit?
is there anything that's not a suit?
There are some dress pants and cardigans.
He's got a snuggie.
There is a fine snuggie that seems to be made out of wolf fur
Uh,
that can be turned around to wear just as a cloak.
I'll take that.
All right. You've got yourself a nice, fine wolf cloak.
Cool. I'm also gonna take the least audacious suit.
All right, you find yourself a nice, plain black suit that has a nice kind of light yellow trimming with blue dots on the sleeves.
Gotcha.
And Silvox is able to tailor it very well to you using his speedy hands. He gets it done in about 30 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, you guys have. See, you have maybe an estimated like 20 minutes left. Is there anything else you'd like to do with this match?
Oh, I was gonna suggest you hit on the Dragonborn lady, but then again, you're kind of occupied or taken.
I'm not doing.
What?
I'm not doing that.
I can do it.
Fine, you do it.
All right. Give me my hat. Who has my hat right now? I have my hat, right?
Yes, you currently have the hat because you were disguising yourself as Diggins.
Yep. Okay. Back to Purple Man, the Purple Dragon, born.
All right, Drogon, what are you going to do?
I already did an investigation. I don't know if there's anything else to find.
I mean, we left Diggins in a cave. I wonder if he's still there.
You left Diggins in the cave, and you left Otri on the porch.
I'm gonna go check on Otri.
All right. You go outside, and you see Otri still heavily passed out, just in a rocking chair. And you see the wind every now and then just gingerly rocking him back and forth in his chair. And he seems to be very at peace with things.
I'm gonna check on Jerome.
Jerome, you find him just asleep in his pocket, and he just pops his head out very tiredly and just looks at you.
I scratch top on his head.
He falls asleep with his head down in the pocket.
Okay, these two seem fine.
All right, and with that, you actually, no, I want you to do a perception check, Drogon, while you're outside.
Okay.
All right, you notice the faint sound of wings dragonkin woman wings flapping towards your direction.
Mm-mm.
You look down the road and you see just the sight of the red dragonkin woman. She's still pretty far away, so she couldn't make you out fully in the dark because it's about 8:30 at night.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm not in disguise. I need to go get my disguise. I'm gonna go find Silvox and get my hat back.
All right, you go back into the mansion and you find Silvox.
Yep. Yeah, hello?
Which, yes.
Policewoman's on the way. I need my disguise back.
Okay, oh, you here to go? I'll just hide in the back room or something.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. And with you guys deciding that, and so as soon as Silvox hides in the back room, you hear knocking at the door.
At the back room, there's knocking at the door?
No, at the front door, there is a knock.
I'll just be over here. And I go and, like, I go upstairs.
Okay.
Let Dragon deal with this.
I'm gonna go into the door.
All right, you answer the door. And when you get to the door, you see the red dragonkin policewoman. And let me get her character sheet out just for a moment. Alright, and she's like, I've heard that there's been a great disturbance and that there has been subject to slavery here. I need to see Master Dickens here.
Right this way.
Alright, she comes into the house.
I lead her through it and then, like, back down the hill.
Alright, you lead her back down the hill. She's like, so, why is Dickens down here?
He's incapacitated down here.
Alright. I was told there was another person along with you. I see you left the elf companion on the porch. Is he alright?
Yes, he's just sleeping. He's ill.
I see. Right, and she's just scribbling down in a notebook. And you guys get to the cave. And you guys walk into the cave, and it takes you a good while to actually get to the point where Dickens was left.
Right.
And Dickens is still currently passed out. His tail is bleeding. Not, like, horribly so, but enough for, like, anyone to notice. And he is still bleeding out of a shot wound that Silvox had gave him in his shoulder.
Okay. Is he still alive?
I want you to do a health check.
Medicine, that would be.
Medicine. Yeah, medicine check.
Yeah.
You touch him, and you're just like, I don't know. And
Didn't I
she will
stabilize
not
him
do a
last
medicine
time?
check. What?
Didn't I heal him, like stabilize him last time?
You did. You stabilized him.
That means he's not gonna bleed out.
Well, he'd be bleeding out from his tail.
Oh.
Still, because you didn't do that after it.
Yeah, good.
All right, she's going to check it. And she is confuzzled. And she's like, is he dead? I can't tell. And she pokes him in the cheek a bit. And Duggins pops his eyes open. He's like, God damn it, don't touch me. Let me go. It's like, shush. Now, Mr. Burnmeyer. I need to ask you some questions. Well, how about that damn elf? How about you ask him some questions? The elf is on the porch and he's dead asleep. Not that one! The dumb one with the gun!
I shrug and I don't know what he's talking about.
It's all like, well, he was apparently shot in the shoulder. Do you have a gun on you, sir?
I do.
May I look at it?
Yes.
All right. Do you hand it over?
Yeah.
All right. You hand. Yes, it is.
I don't know if she will recognize it.
She will do investigation check on it. She looks at it and she doesn't really know much about guns because guns are not very common in this area at all. But all she knows is that like something seems very off about this gun. And she just looks at you, looks at the gun, and then hands it back to you and continues to write notes in her notebook. You're Irving, correct?
Correct.
Thought so. We had spoken several times in Scaly.
Yes.
So, what exactly happened here?
Well, we were walking on the road, and Master Duggins, he bought some cannons at the local auction back in town. You remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
And his grandchildren were launching it off, and they nearly hit us actually on the road. And Diggins invited us up for tea, and he brought us back to show us his mushroom caves here. I gesture around.
Yes.
And that's when we saw the slaves back here.
I see. And did Diggins here fight back? Did you need to defend yourself?
Yes, there was an altercation. He attacked.
I was attacked first! Mrs. Burnmeyer piping in. Now, Mr. Burnmeyer, I will interview you just shortly. I need to have a full record of what happened from everyone's perspective. My constituents will be here shortly.
Okay. And attacked. We released the slaves. Our associate brought. Did he arrive in town?
Yes, he did. James, I believe his name was.
Yes.
Yes, he arrived with the slaves and Burnmeyer's grandchildren.
Yes. We sent them back. We secured Burnmeyer here, and we awaited your arrival.
I see. All right. Well, it seems you did the right thing, although you didn't need to hurt Burnmeyer this much.
The gun had a misfire. It's magical, and it went a bit harder than I intended it to.
She looks at you a little confused. There's gun magic? I'm familiar with guns being a human technology thing, but
Oh, they are. I just added a magical touch to this one.
Have you sought counsel about this gun?
No, it's experimental, and I don't really intend to use it again until I've tested it further.
I would suggest you get rid of the thing. It might ruffle too many feathers.
True. I'll dispose of it elsewhere.
Would you like me to dispose of it for you?
No.
Oh, all right. So, I believe when all of you had entered Sgrail, there was a purple dragonkin. What happened to him?
Oh, he's up back in the house.
All right. Well, I'd like to interview him as well as soon as I'm done with Burnmeyer here. If you mind, I'd like you to leave the cave while I interview him.
That's all right. Okay, I'll go get my friend.
All right. You go back up to the mansion, and you find Zolbox.
I pass the hat back. She's gonna want to talk to you.
Oh, thank God you saw the hat. Because I'm out of spells till we sleep again. I turned into Salazar the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Right. It takes a few minutes.
I'm going to
of
despise this entire arc.
interviewing. And you actually see the Dragonkin woman. She actually carries up Birdmire up to the porch. He's still tied up, and it seems that she had put some bandaging on his tail. And she comes in, and it's like, and Silvox, do you wait by the door, or you
I'll just wait with Otari. Like, I'm watching over the elf friend.
All right, so she finds you on the porch. Then she's like, yes, you are the. What was your name, sir?
Oh, my name is Salazar.
Thank you. I've seemed to lost my old notebook.
Well, that's a tragedy.
So it really is. I thought I had found it, but it seemed to be one that was just like it, just completely empty. So I had lost my notes about you prior.
You're taking notes of me? How flattering.
Well, I have to take notes of everybody, sir. That's part of my job.
Fun job.
So I would like you to tell me what exactly transpired here.
Well, basically we got here. We were getting shot at by children who were operating cannons. And then, after some boasting on that man's part, I'd like to note, I don't think he's ever actually seen me because I was invisible when we came here first time.
Yeah, you were invisible here the first time.
So Dragons is just like, what the fuck?
Exactly, but you did have that interaction in town.
Yeah. And then and then my associate got led down to the caves. I heard there was an altercation, and I stayed up here watching over our elf friend who seemed to have gotten sick. But after that happened, Drogrin came back out with a lot of humans.
It's just a one moment. What name did you just say there?
I said fuck!
Damn it, Chris.
I didn't even say Drogrin?
No, I did not. Ma'am, are you sure you're not hearing things?
Mr. Birdmire!
Are you sure you're not hearing things?
Well, just
I said Irving.
Mr. Birdmire?
Oh, god damn it.
Could you repeat what he said? I believe he said Drogrin. Drogrin. That's a very distinct name.
Well, nicknames have to be distinct.
Yes, but that's a very peculiar name.
What's peculiar about it?
Is this the nickname of your friend Irving, perhaps?
No. It's the nickname of James.
I would like to see a deception check.
Big money, no whammies. Yes!
Alright, she just scribbles in her notebook and then just kind of tucks it in her pocket for a moment. Alright, could you continue with your story then?
Well, as soon as James Ryn came out, and then he met up with Irving, they had a big discussion, and I was on the porch over here with this fellow. I helped him get set up, he sent him to town, and then you came back. And we've been just sitting here.
So, did you see the slaves?
I saw them come out of the cave, yes.
And was there anything sign-wise that told you that they were slaves and not just people who were paid to work here?
The chains, the injuries, very classic results of slave labor. Like, it was like some textbook stuff.
I see, okay. So, Burnmire here claims that there was another elf that attacked him. Do you recall there being another elf other than your friend sitting here on the porch?
No, I do not. The only other person here was our butler, but I can't seem to find him anywhere.
Do you know by chance who attacked Burnmire? Was it your friend Drogrin?
I highly doubt it. The boy's very meek.
Was it your friend Irving by chance?
I look over at What kind of injuries does he have?
He has. Are you asking that?
I'm asking about Burnmeyer. Yeah. What kind of injuries does he have?
He has a slice wound to his tail, and he appears to have been shot in the
Well,
shoulder.
in that case, Irving couldn't have done it. He can't hit the broadside of a barn.
All right. Do you know anyone else who has a gun by chance?
Hmm. Daughters of Scale.
Would you mind stretching out your arm, sir?
Right? Oh, wait. Is she trying to reach for my gun?
Yeah, she's gonna pat you down.
Alright. Here goes nothing. I'm going to have to hide it. Yes!
All right, you managed to hide it up your butt.
You know what?
Shove it up your ass.
It works for now.
Yep, and she pats you down. She doesn't find anything. She's like, all right. All right. Could there have possibly been someone following you?
Possibly. We're not particularly trying to be stealthy. We're just walking along the road. As I said, we almost got hit by cannon fire, so obviously we can be seen.
Yes, yes. But have you guys done anything noteworthy that maybe have someone follow you? I know you had a member of Daughter of Scale trying to attack you back in Scaly, but do you think it might be another member trying to hunt you down or trying to frame your constituents here of extra acts of violence?
Well, not that I know of, but the woods are very dense, and you saw how desiccated that insane woman was back in Scaly. It's
Yes,
possible
Lola.
there's another one.
And she starts to pace the front yard. And at this moment, you see a wagon coming down the road with another police officer who's a blue dragonkin male.
Of course they're red and blue! They're the
They've always
fucking
been
cops!
blue.
What else would they be?
This whole thing is used to be the same, like, 5 different the heads color swapped.
Yep. I was like, all right. And she responds to the Dragon King coming up. All right, Nep, let's put Burnmeyer in the wagon there. He's like, all right, well, let's go ahead. Is there anything you want me to do here? I want you to go ahead and take Burnmeyer on your own. I need to ask Mr. Irving a few more questions. And she starts to head inside.
Mr. Irving. I feel like I got upgraded.
And the blue dragonkin scoops up Burnmeyer into the wagon and puts a chain around him that seems to be enchanted. And just lops him into the wagon. And now the red dragonkin woman heads inside. The Locks, is there anything you'd like to do?
Unclench my butt cheeks?
Alright, you release the gun from your asshole.
Oh my god, I can't believe that sentence was just uttered.
Yep. It just reminds me of Dr. Sex Gun from
Yeah.
Monster Factory.
Yep. From Monster what? Oh, Monster Factory.
Monster Factory.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, and she heads inside looking for Irving. Now, Drugrin, where did you go into the mansion?
I just went like towards the back door.
All right, you went towards the back door, and I would like you to do a perception check.
Okay.
All right, you hear the sound of the front door opening and somebody coming in, and it's just one person from what you can tell.
Is it not her?
No, it is her, but you're also in the back of the house, so you don't have direct line of sight.
Okay.
Right. And from the sound of the steps, you can tell it's not Silfox.
I'm gonna cast polymorph and turn my back to orange.
You were never orange, you were green.
Okay, I turned to green then.
Alright, because Irving was green. Alright, so she starts yelling out, Mr. Irving, can you come out, please?
Yes, officer, here I am. I come out.
Yes, I just need to ask you a few more questions. I'm a little bit curious about some of the things going on. How good of a shot are you?
Decent.
Did you happen to shoot Mr. Bernmeyer?
Yes.
Alright, because you did not claim to do 4.
Oh, I thought that I did.
No, you did not. You did not take claim to doing so.
I did.
You did say that you you took self-defense against Mr. Bernmeyer. Although he doesn't claim that an elf had attacked him.
I don't know what he's talking about with these elves.
I'm not entirely sure either. That's why I want to check all my bases here. The man might have been lying, but I just want to make sure, because your friend said you were a terrible shot.
When I say decent, I may be overselling myself. I wasn't aiming for the shoulder.
What were you aiming for?
He was charging at me, so I was aiming for the face.
I see. So he charged at you. Why particularly did he attack you?
We threatened to turn him in.
I see. See.
He did not take kindly to it.
All right. And was it just who was in the cave with you, Mr. Bernmeyer?
The slaves and James.
I see. And she looks you up and down, and she gives you a bit of a look. She's like, well, I guess I have no further questions then. I shall go my way now.
All right.
But I will ask you and your friends to leave the property.
Absolutely. We were going to go back to town and meet our friend.
All right. Would you like a police escort then?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, since three of you can't fly, I shall walk alongside you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And she follows out. And then, do you follow suit behind her?
Yes.
Okay. You walk out, and she turns to you, Solvox.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, I shall be escorting you back to the town of Skrail so you can reunite with your companion James. Or Drogrin, as you call him.
Oh, that's quite all right. We're fairly confident he can meet up with us.
All right. And Drogrin, do you respond to hearing the name Drogrin?
I do not.
All right. And you guys continue on your path, and she just sets her hands behind her back as she walks alongside you. And she says, so, Drogrin is a very interesting nickname to give somebody.
Yeah.
How did he acquire that nickname?
Oh, he once got turned
Before we continue, who was carrying Otri?
I am.
Yeah.
All right, you were carrying Otri.
Oh, that is a quite interesting story, actually. You see, it all happened when we met this dog.
I see.
Okay, so the thing is, this was back. James had just had his face busted the hell up from falling over. And the thing is, he couldn't pronounce dog right. He kept calling it a drog. Every time. He went, Throg! Throg! It's like... And then we decided to make the pain go away. By the method of alcohol. So every time he kept talking to the dog, because he wanted to pet it, because it was a nice, fluffy dog. Big like St. Bernard type. And then, every time he said, good Drogrin, Good Drogrin. So now we call him Drogrin.
I see, and I would like to have you do a deception check.
Can I get advantage for making up that whole story on the spot?
Yes.
Deception. 27.
All right, and that makes pretty good sense to her. She's like, oh.
Why?
Yes,
Does that name have some
quite-
meaning?
What?
Does that name have some meaning to you? You seem rather tense when it comes up.
Well, it's just there's a man that has a very high warrant for his arrest named Drogrin. I don't know if any of you had heard of that prior.
Oh, no. What does he look like?
He's a red dragonkin man who has a very slender face, wears glasses apparently. But he's wanted for many magical acts against the Empire.
Interesting. I will keep an eye out for him.
Thank you. We very much appreciate that. He's still at large, as it seems.
Well, most dragons are pretty large.
And she kind of gives you a side look like, what do you mean that?
We've spent time out of the country, and we're used to being near humans who are much smaller.
Ah, I see.
They're very short.
Yes, I've noticed, especially looking at those slaves that your friend Drogrin had brought in. They're all very, very tiny.
They are.
Irving, don't you happen to have a friend, as it's put, that's human?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Don't you have a friend, in a sense, that is human?
What friend are you referring to?
Your friend was telling me that you had some form of wife that is human? Or maybe I'm just remembering wrong.
I kind of do a theatrical glare at Silvox / Salazar.
What?
I had a friendship with a human woman out west, and Salazar here likes to exaggerate things. A running joke is that he would go around telling people we're married.
That's quite a joke there.
Oh, he loves to play matchmaker. Hang around for us for a few more days, and I'll try to set you up with someone.
I have a 70% success rate!
Well, maybe I should have you stick around then.
Oh shit. Oh shit, she's lonely.
Consultation fees are 500 gold a day!
That's scam.
I'm
That
a busy...
sounds like prostitution.
No. I travel all over the damn place. If I'm going to set you up with somebody, I need to make it worth my time.
You'll end up setting up work with a knoll or something.
I would not set her up with a knoll. Jiminy, what are you into, anyways? Miss, have I heard your name, Miss? I forget.
It is school.
School. I'm just doing sorry. School.
It's SQU. School.
Skew. Oh God, it's like
Snap.
Yeah.
You went full Welsh. Never go full Welsh. A skew. What are your limitations?
Well, my preferences are dragonkin. I don't mind either gender very much. I do prefer someone on the larger side.
It's like Silvox in his head thinks immediately back to the hotel and the big beefy guy. Ooh.
You mean Bernark?
Bernark. He's not married, right?
No, but he's also a teenager.
Shit!
He's a little baby.
I thought one of them
boy.
was like an uncle.
Well, yeah, but he's also married.
Shit. And she doesn't show any interest in her partner, does she?
No, she
Okay.
did not show any.
Oh,
interest in her
okay.
partner.
Ah, shit. What was the who? Okay, which daughter of Scaly did I traumatize?
Bruma?
That was
Or are you talking about Patty?
Patty. I'll tell you what. Free piece of advice. That Patty girl over at the bar over back in Scala. She
Grail?
Squail. It's so many towns. It's like she's a tough one, I can tell you that much. It's like I think you'll be very interested to pursue that goal.
She's on the tiny side, though.
She has the muscle to make up for it.
And she does seem quite smart.
D&D always circles back around to boning.
Always.
The power of bards.
Oh, shit. Yes! Worthy about it.
Well,
Alright, and
I wish you luck in your romantic pursuits.
why, thank you. Do you have any partners of your kind?
And unfortunately, I have a wife. But, not unfortunately, but unfortunately for the terms of discovering new people. I phrase that poorly. I'm actually going on this trip to the basin because of her.
I see. And why did you not take her along?
Because she is currently bedridden due to, we somehow managed to get quadruplets.
Oh my, that's very rare.
I know. It's amazing. But also, I keep having voices in my head about going to the basin. So, need to go to the basin.
Voices, you say?
I've already told the people. You could have asked the bartender. I told him this story. He looked very interested.
I see. Well, alright then.
Okay.
And she goes quiet.
I just.
You guys continue to walk for
Yeah.
a few more hours. And then you arrive back into Scrail.
Oh, I thought we were leaving the other one.
We're going back to Skriel to get James.
Okay.
You alright there, Chris?
Sorry. Trail. My bad. Brain screw up.
No
That's
problem.
fine.
Yeah. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay, yeah, we're back at Scrail.
Yep, we're back in Scrail. Did I change the page? Yeah, I did change the page. Ah, no. Alright, so you're back in Scrail, and when you come back into town, you see some humans just kind of standing there, just a little lost. James is just talking to a few of them, just kind of like giving them directions on where they can go. And there's a lot of other dragonkin that are just kind of staring at them. And you hear some yelling going on from inside the police station.
Well, let's go over to James.
Right? And at that moment, the policewoman just kind of nods her head and she just lets you go on as she goes inside the police office. God, it always sounds like you're cracking open a beer with that on the recording.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
Cracking up a cold one with the dragons.
Yep.
Yep.
Right, you come up to James. Like, oh, boys, how you doing?
Good. Did you make it back okay?
Yeah, I made it back just fine. The other policemen interviewed all the humans about what happened at Burnmeyer's farm. They interviewed me as well, and yeah.
Well, good.
Okay, I was like, okay, James, by the way, if they ask you, you have a nickname called Drogron because you got drunk and tried to pet a dog once.
Oh, okay.
I kind of punch.
And then he kind of looks at both of you and is like, "Who slipped the name?"
I
I think
pointed.
it was him.
I pointed Irving.
Well, doesn't matter now, I guess.
Yeah.
So I've been telling the humans that they should probably head over to the human empire.
Kingdom.
Oh, is it a kingdom? I don't really know how the human government works.
Well, there's a human kingdom in the south, and in the west they call it a kingdom, but they've got a senate. I don't know.
Just don't piss off the church and you'll be fine.
Oh, democracy, that's the word.
Ah. Oh, okay. Do you think there's any place in particular these people ought to go? And he just kind of pans over to them, and they all look very, like, drained, dead-faced.
Probably to Fortitude. It's closest.
Alright. Did y'all hear them? And they nod their heads and ask, So how, well, the tall, thin woman asks, how do we get to Fortitude?
Train, right?
Yeah, by train. Trying to think of a way to get them there.
And at this moment, the wind picks up. And at this point, it's early winter, just as a reminder. And these people are very thinly clothed.
Okay. Let's get somewhere warm, okay?
And they all nod.
Let's go to the bar.
Right, you all head into the bar with the handful of slaves that were with you. And at this point, you hear two children's voices, like, talking to each other, like,
Well, what are we supposed to do now? Well, the policewoman said we should just stay here for now until Grandma picks us up.
Okay, their grandma's picking them up, they're fine.
Well, maybe we should just hang out at the police station. Yeah. Maybe we'll see Grandpa there. Do you think he's there? Well, let's go see.
and then you hear sampling off.
I hope they turn out better than their grandpa.
Hopefully.
Sorry, I got distracted by the cat for a second. He's got the zooms.
Yep.
He's got big eyes.
Alright, so you guys enter Fowls, and you see the orange dragonkin male working the bar, and you see Patty also there. There's a few of the retirees in there as well, and as you walk in, everything goes dead quiet.
Everyone's having rebirth flashbacks at the moment.
And they're all staring at you guys and the human.
I take them to the corner, and then I go up to the bar and just put down some gold.
And the dragonkin male just looks at you and is like, alright, do you want us to feed them, I guess?
Yes.
Alright, Patty! Whip up some ribs. Alright. Sounds good. And she goes back in the kitchen.
Quick kind of meta question. What ribs of what animal are they?
They'd be pork ribs.
Okay, oh yeah, they get big.
Yeah.
I was just imagining like a big oryx. Ribs, like some Flintstone situation going on.
Yep. It's like they're just eating the ribs of their ancestors, giant dragon ribs.
Oh goody. Okay. So while the ribs are getting made, I sit down. Well, I drink it for everyone to sit down. I sit down with Silvox and Jay. Do any of us have a map? I ask them.
You do.
Oh, yes. I go into my. I suppose I have it folded in a book or something.
Mhm.
I take it out. I lay it out on the table. How do we get these people west of Fort? They can't really go through the egg.
And James looks at the map. He's like, well, there is a footpath that goes around the egg. That was the path that I meshed boys up on.
Mm-hmm.
That path does touch the egg, but it also goes around the egg.
Right, and that leads to a train depot.
But could they really all afford to take the train?
With a bit of gold, they could. We have plenty of cash after the auction.
We do. You don't mind using that for that?
How much would it cost?
That was 50 gold that you got.
Gold is 100 silver. 1 gold's 100 silver, so.
Yeah.
So can I do a history check?
Yeah, you can do a history check.
We'll do a history check because I took that train depot to Fortitude.
No, you didn't.
I did before the game began.
Okay.
Like on the way out of the egg.
I thought you walked the entire way.
No, I walked to a train depot.
Okay.
That isn't the story.
How much was it?
You don't remember very well because that was
Months ago?
over almost a year ago. When that happened.
Oh, goodness me.
But you kind of estimate it's somewhere between, like, that trip would be about 10 to 20 gold for each, and there's 6 slaves here.
Okay.
And I will remind you guys that you guys stole some mushrooms for them.
Oh, yes. Which of us is holding the mushrooms? Oh, yeah,
That would be, yeah.
I got them from Magic Materials. You all wait here. I'm gonna go. I need to make an errand. I kind of shake the bag of holding.
Okay.
All right.
I will remind you at this point it is about midnight.
Progrin does a little walk. You know that Grandpa Simpson walk back in the door? Let's call it a night first.
They look at you and they all nod their heads and say, that sounds good. Where shall we rest?
Let's go to the inn. I'll get them rooms.
Which inn? There's the red inn and there's the blue inn.
Whichever one will let them in.
Alright, which one do you want to walk up to and try?
Let's try blue.
Alright, you go up to the blue inn and a white dragonkin woman's like, yes, how can I help you?
Do you accept human orders?
We accept anyone who's willing to pay.
Well, alright, I need, 3 rooms.
Right, that'll be about 20 gold.
I pay her.
Alright, you pay her and she takes them all in.
Okay.
And they all go inside and they're all very thankful towards you and they like shake your hand, they're like, thank you so much. And they all go inside.
Alright. Let's get to bed.
Alright, are you also going to stay at this inn?
Don't we have room at the other end?
That was only for the previous night.
Okay, let's get a room.
Yeah.
Alright, and is it just going to be one room? That all 3 of you share?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the simplest way to do it.
Alright, then that will be another 5 gold.
Okay.
Alright, and you guys share a room. But there's only 2 beds. So who is going... Actually, no, there's 4 of you, so I assume you set Otri up in a chair.
Yes.
So who is going to share a bed?
I'm just gonna use O3 as a bed.
Just sit on Otri's lap.
I can sleep on the floor.
Alright, Silvok sleeps on the floor, and the dragonkin get
Bump together.
get bunked together.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to sleep the night, and I'm going to pause real quick so I can get more coffee.
Like, I just steal a pillow or something. Like, I slept on the floor in real life. I imagine Silvox to have more adjustment to it being an on-the-run hobo half the time.
Yeah, I've slept on the floor lots of times.
Yeah. Gonna fly on a hobo rocket.
Sorry, honey. I am my birds. Right? Lots of talking.
You need to have your throat creamed just to make it like nice and smooth. So you guys ever heard of Hades Town, the musical?
No.
I
Have you ever heard of Hades Town musical?
No, I have not.
It's a retelling of the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, but through the aesthetic of a 30s jazz thing, where Hades Town is like an industrial complex that is like just late stage capitalism, and they're just going in there because they can't eat anything else.
I see. That sounds cool.
But what I'm saying is, like, with the jazz and the railroad vibes, I'm just saying it reminded me of this early campaign. Because it kind of sounds like a... It sounds like the... Hermes is basically the narrator from Bastion, is how he sounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds really fucking cool.
It's on Spotify. I'll send you a link
Alright.
to the best song later.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you guys all sleep very soundly through the night. Nobody has any weird ass dreams.
Okay.
And y'all wake up in the morning around, I'll say about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
When you guys all wake up.
Will the shop be open yet?
The shop is open, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the shop.
Alright, Silvox, what are you going to do?
What shit can I start?
Oh, Lord.
You know what? I'm gonna go look down the well.
Alright, you will start with Drogrin first, then.
Yeah.
So you go to the general store and you see Cornella again, the green dragonkin woman. Just like, oh, what can I do you for?
Oh, yes, I have some things I'd like to sell.
I see we're not really much for selling here, but if you have the right thing, I might buy it from you.
I lay out the mushrooms on the counter.
She looks at them and you see her eyes get very big.
I lean forward. Just a tip. Old Man Diggins is going down. So the market for these is about to shift quite significantly. You might not have seen Diggins, but the police just took him in.
I did see the slaves last night. I was very curious about that.
Yeah, that was him.
Ooh. So, alright. What do you want them for?
Doesn't matter.
Because normally these be about 50 gold each.
How many
And
mushrooms do I have?
you have about 20 in varying colors and types.
How about 20 each?
Each, and she counts up.
400.
Alright. So, you want 400 gold for the lot?
Yes.
And you see her go into the back room. So, like, well, I don't have the money here, but I have to go to the bank. Do you mind just standing here for the moment?
What?
She has to go to the bank to
Okay.
get that much gold.
That's quite alright.
So do you mind standing here while I go to the bank?
I do not mind.
Alright. She goes up to the door. She flips the sign to close.
Okay.
It's like, do not let anyone in here.
Okay.
And she exits the building, and Silvox, you see her crossing the street while you look down the well.
Okay, the green dragon woman?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're looking down the well, and you see that it's a very beautiful, sparkling, clean water well. The water is very clean and pure.
Huh.
You sense magic that is purifying the water at all times. Just as a reminder, this is the water that cured your hangover.
I'm not going to be that much of a dick. I'm like looking at my spell list. I'm like waving over bestow curse. I wonder what would be happening if I bathed in here. Can I grab some of the water again?
Yep, you can grab some of the water.
I put it in like a drinking flask.
All right.
And I just take a quick sip.
All right, you taste it, and it's very refreshing, and you kind of feel like it's almost like sparkling water.
Wait, like you mean like
LaCroix?
Like wait, it's like oh god, I can taste the faint scent of bullshit. Yeah. Okay, Sarah, you okay?
Yes, I just got very caught up in the fact that I'm like, oh god, I just made this so well of LaCroix.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Gotta tweet about it.
Yeah. Well, water's water. Is there anything else interesting around town?
There's a lot of people that are looking into the Blue Inn. They're just kind of peering their heads in, trying to get a good look at the humans.
I go up to the inn. What are you all looking at?
And you see some of them, mostly like teenagers and kids, are like, we're just trying to see the humans.
Well, you could look.
They were inside.
Well, I wouldn't recommend doing that right now. They've had a very, very long day, and they're not at peak condition.
So, are they ugly?
No, they're not ugly, but okay. Let me put it this way: have you ever been? How often have you gotten scraped during sports?
And they all kind of raise their hands. They're like, yeah, very often.
Now imagine you didn't stop playing the sport for about 2 years, and you kept getting scrapes.
And you see a little dragon kid, like boy, just kind of like pout out his lip, be like,
That would be terrible.
Well, that's what slavery is, and these people were forced into it by is Douche Nozzle around here?
he is in the police station.
By that man over the police station, Mr. Diggins. He was keeping them underground. Do you like the sun?
Yeah,
Imagine not seeing it for a while.
that's so sad.
I know. So I want these people. So I would ask you to please leave those people alone for now. All of you.
All right, and at that moment, you see a small dragonkin girl wearing a pink dress that comes up about to your thigh and tugs on your pants.
Oh, hello, little one.
Hi. I know you said we shouldn't see them or talk to them, but could I draw them pictures of the sun to make them feel better?
Sure, you can do that. I will give it to him.
Yay! And she goes skipping along.
Oh, they're God. They're not. It's like so internally. It's like, oh, thank God, they're not all unsalvageable. Like I don't have to commit genocide. That's like that's the relief right now. I don't have to commit genocide.
And the Dragon Empire was saved by one small girl. Yay!
It's like Schindler's List. Oh, I'm an awful person.
And as the kids veer off, the green dragonkin woman comes out of the bank, and she appears to be holding a huge bag of gold.
Huh. Neat.
And she goes back into the general store.
Okay.
And she plops the bag onto the front table in front of you, Drogrin. She's like, all right, 400 gold.
Deal. Thank you.
Right, and she scoops up all the mushrooms and scurries back to the back. Now, is there anything else that I can do business with you for?
I need half a dozen traveling clothes.
All right, and what sizes do you need? Are they for the humans?
Yes.
All right, so then we're going to want small. And she goes through the math. She's like, this will be about 20 gold for the lot.
Pair.
All right. She hands you nice, good quality robes, travel robes that are all made like heavy, dense wool. She's like, by the way, that is a very lovely fur coat you have there. Did you also get that, Vivian?
Maybe.
Do you know if Diggins' property is being secured right now?
It is not.
Well, I'll suggest keeping that quiet for now.
I won't say a word.
Thank you. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
Travel food? Rations?
And she points over to the wall of food.
Okay, I'm gonna get together, like, traveling food.
Alright, you grab several, like, trail mixes, canned food, dried foods of the sorts.
Cool.
And you gather what you can see would be like a few weeks' rations for a lot of them. So, like, well, that would be about 100 gold.
Okay.
All right, and you trade, and now the humans have 250, I believe.
Okay.
Or 2.
I have 280 left.
80 left. All right. Will that be all today?
Yes, it will. Thank you.
All right. And you walk out of the general store with arms heaping full of food and robes.
Yes.
And Silvox, you see the sight?
Of him coming out with the giant robes?
Yep, and food.
Ah, good. This will help them out.
Yes, help me carry it.
I cannot believe we're playing a D&D humanitarian mission.
I know, it's great.
Okay, I help him carry it.
Alright, you help carry it, you take it to the Blue Inn, and at this point, the humans, James, and Otri still asleep. He's propped up in a corner. Are all just hanging out in a lobby? That's in the Blue Inn?
Okay.
And James is like, oi! You got a lot of stuff there. Should we hand these out to the humans?
Do we what?
Hand them out.
Yes.
Yes, we should.
Alright, and James starts handing all out the robes and such. And James again asks, so should we just send them forward to? You guys were telling me about Rebirth.
Rebirth might be better. They'd have to go through Fortitude. They should be enough. I have an idea.
Alright.
I'm not sure how well it will work. You wait here. This might work better outside. I don't want to look like an idiot, so I'll tell you if it works.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go out to like the woods outside of town.
Alright.
I'm going to sit cross-legged. I'm going to focus. And I'm going to pray as hard as I can to Lady Talia.
Okay, I would like to see you do a religion check. Alright, and you hear her voice in your head. Drogrin. Now, Drogrin, is that you?
It is, Lady Talia. How are you?
I'm doing well. I was nice and cozy in my bed before you called.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
So what's going on?
Well, this is a prayer, so I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, you do? You have a favor.
Yes. You see, we recently freed human slaves from the Dragonkin Empire. And while we have urgent mission further east, they need to go west, hopefully to Rebirth, we were hoping. You know, there's plenty of space there. I'm sure they could be happy there. Could you guide them there?
This is a very big favor of you.
I know. Is there anything I can do for you in return? An offering, a task?
I don't know what, but I will call you upon the task that you need to do for me then.
Okay.
This can be done, and I could always use a few more worshippers.
Thank you very much, Lady Tal. Will you appear to them?
Okay.
I don't know how you will.
I can appear to a few of them that before. How many of them are there?
6.
Not much, but okay, that makes things a little easier. All right, I'll do it.
Thank you, Lady Talia.
Just remember, I will call you up on that favor.
I know you will.
All right, where are they now?
Okay. They're at the inn. The blue one.
All right, I'll meet them right there. And then you hear a click. Like he's hanging up the phone.
Yes.
All right, and at that moment, Silvox, are you still at the inn?
I'm vaguely at the end. I'm waiting for the little girl to come back with her drawings.
All right, you're waiting at the door, but you feel a magical presence in the lounge.
My good fuck, what's going on?
And you turn around, and you see Lady Talia.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Let me get the voice right.
Have I actually wait. Have I actually ever seen her?
You have.
Okay, I can't remember, because I remember Otra being invisible for the longest time.
You saw her when the rock had released her from her pixie form.
Okay. Oh. How's the husband?
The husband's doing great. Now,
I hope your relationship's not too rocky.
she's looking at you up and down, and she's like, you seem very familiar.
Oh. Okay, come over here.
All right, and she follows you.
It's like, I take out a book, and I just draw my other face. It's like, I normally look like this.
Oh, it's you little shit.
Yes!
That's what you've been up to.
I find it hilarious, considering you've been a pixie for the longest time I've known you, that you call me little. Either way,
What?
why are you here?
Well, Drogrin asked a very big favor of me to help guide those humans in there to Rebirth.
Oh. Can I ask you for another favor?
She crosses her arms like, what is that?
Hoy's in my head.
And she squints at you. It's like, I have no idea who that is.
Ah, never mind then. I keep forgetting gods are regional in this universe. Apparently he's the god of harvest and death.
Well, there are many gods of harvest and many gods of death, so... And she just kind of shrugs.
I was asking, do you know how to get them out of there?
I have no idea.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're lucky I'm a wandering god.
I mean, I'm a wandering person.
Yeah, but that's not unique.
You're not special.
It is when you deal. It is when you're me. All
Yes. Well, I'm going to go talk to my new worshippers.
Oh, that's how this is gonna work. Understood.
And she goes back into the lobby and says, well, now, humans, aren't you all lovely? And she touches like a few of their faces. I will be your wonderful goddess as your guide to rebirth, where you'll all be renewed as new freed people. And they all look up at her like all huddled in their robes. And James is looking up at her like, oh, you're Talia, aren't you? I saw you before. Yes, you lovely dragon kid. And she kind of pops him on the head.
While this is going on, I'm writing a letter.
Okay. We'll cut back to that.
Okay.
And the humans start asking her questions, and she's just kind of like pretty much giving them the laydown of what's going to happen and how she's going to guide them to rebirth.
Okay.
And Silvox, is there anything you'd like to do while this situation is going on?
Is the little girl back with the drawings yet?
You hear a little knocking at the door.
Huh. Okay. I think. Thank you very much. I give her a gold coin just for her, like, being nice. Now make sure you share that with your parents.
Thank you. Can you tell them I said hi?
I will tell them that you said hi. Okay.
And she kind of like peers her head in and spots like one of the younger slaves and waves, and then she scurries on out.
Yeah. I go over to Talia. Talia, do you happen to have a holy symbol?
It's a fire flower.
It's like I look at the drawings. Perfect. I like show them to her. Not modified, but I'm assuming a child might do that.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look kind of like it could be interpreted as a fire flower?
Yeah, they could be interpreted as that.
It looks like you even have worshippers here as dragons. Little ones, but I believe they're drawing symbols for you.
Well, little ones have the strongest faith, so that's pretty nice.
Well, this little one wanted to use this to give your blessings to the new free people.
Aw, what a delightful little girl.
Yes. I'm just hoping that'll help us out in the future somehow. What I'm asking is, do you want these for a favor?
What is the favor?
I'll call it in when I need it.
Alright, but this had to be a small favor.
I wouldn't ask much, just, make someone forget I was in a place. Since you made the rock forget for so long, and made Otri forget, I assume that's in your purview?
No. I don't make people forget things.
That was literally half of Otri's storyline! What the hell? What isn't
No, he never forgot. Well, that's not him. Well, that's a higher level thing.
Okay.
That's
You made him sleep.
yeah.
Oh, could you make someone sleep for me that I ask, in case it comes up?
Yes, I could do that.
That'll be the favor then.
Alright.
Okay, one free knockout fairy. I'm writing it down. One free use of knockout fairy.
Yep.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to exit the room. I mean, just say, I hope you people all have a very better life from now on.
And they thank you.
Mm-hmm. Then I'm just going to, observe.
Alright, and she interacts with them and, gives them all, healing touches. And they all begin to stand up, and she's like, alright, well, since you all are all very rested and rejuvenated, how about we go ahead and start our path? And they all nod their heads, and they're like, yes, great Talia. We shall begin. And they all follow her out of the building, and she becomes invisible. And they all head out. All right, and we will cut back over to Droprin, who is writing a letter.
Okay.
Who are you writing to?
I'm writing 2 letters.
Okay.
One to Dorothy.
All right.
Am I coming through okay on this?
Yeah, you're coming through okay.
Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Yes. He can hear you just fine, honey.
Okay, cool. One is to Dorothy.
Okay.
Just surmising more of what's happened, sending my love. The other is to Shepard.
Okay.
Telling him about the newcomers and that to expect them. Basically, I'm just filling them both in.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Is that all you to Dorothy?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's great. Is there anything else you'd like to write to anyone? You can write it out of the campaign, and if you don't want Chris to know,
I will
well, if
always
you don't want so
know.
much.
I will always know.
I'm always watching, Joe. I will. And I will run that outside. I'm going to write a 3rd.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna say that is it for now.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it short because I have stuff planned for Otri, but Otri is not here.
Yeah, that keeps happening.
Yeah.
We will get to the lake eventually.
Exactly.
I'm just hoping the lake isn't like our anti-boat. Like, it's the reverse of the boat. We just never get to it. Instead of never getting off of it.